All right, let's get into it. In this video, I'm going to showcase how you can reach medical oncologists before you show up to game day, obviously at one of the largest medical oncology conferences in the world, coming up in just a few months here in Chicago. It's called ASCO 2023, and we've been working with our clients, collaborating with them since December of last year. So I'm going to walk you through how you can reach medical oncologists specifically online as they surf the net. And you may have already have a database of these medical oncologists. A lot of times we're scrubbing this with our list with clients. Other clients have definitive healthcare. We also leverage specifically that National Provider Identifier database. If you want to learn more specifically about how you can leverage that National Provider Identifier database and how that targeting works, check out my playlist on the YouTube channel as well. But in this video, I'm going to break down specifically pre-conference activities that you could be doing specifically around those NPI numbers before you show up to game day to stand out amongst those 30,000 attendees. Let's get into it here. Specifically for targeting medical oncologists, our list is roughly around 5,000. A lot of times, as I was mentioning, we can dedupe that list. So if you have a list, we can dedupe that. Regardless, some clients, again, leverage definitive healthcare. That's totally cool. That's totally fine. We can work with that. We can still reach that audience online. So as an agency, we collaborate with our clients to bridge that gap between leveraging that data that they may already have and reaching that audience, specifically in this case for ASCO, medical oncologist. We can programmatically reach them as they surf the web, as they go online across device. And that's the beautiful thing about this. It's working across device. So mobile phone, tablet, laptop, you name it, we can reach them on any screen across device. As I was mentioning here in the list, we can scrub that. But the goal is to obviously target and influence those medical oncologists before you show up to game day for ASCO. We've launched campaigns as I'm making this video several months in advance. You want to warm up that audience and obviously prime them before they show up. The other great thing about this level of targeting, as we're driving that traffic back to a landing page, conference landing page, event page, product page, we can retarget that audience specifically. But this is how it works. This is the beauty of it. And I kind of mentioned it a little bit. And as I was mentioning before, you can go down the rabbit hole on the other playlist for targeting based on NPI numbers. But essentially, you're targeting a healthcare provider. Once that provider goes online and surfing the net, you can see up here on the screen, we've got a variety of websites. There's thousands of websites that we're targeting. It's based on really lifestyle sites. So news, sports, weather, finance. Just think of it like your normal media consumption. Cross device, I mentioned that. The other great thing about this too, and I'll get to it in a moment, is we can really optimize this campaign based on any KPIs, key performance indicators that we've collaborated with our clients to make sure, hey, what we're trying to do is drive results here. Essentially, again, that list is 5,000 medical oncologists, give it or take. There's a lot of other sections or subspecialties of healthcare providers that we can tap into. Again, we've got access to this database. Other clients have their database that has NPI numbers. So as long as we have that National Provider Identifier number, we can target them online. And I kind of covered this before, but essentially once that medical oncologist comes online, they visit a website, we can start tracking them. Basically, to connect the dot to that HCP being online is if they have a logged in experience. So if they're in a shopping cart experience, they're using their email address, bingo, we know that they're online. I know that sounds kind of creepy, but as marketers, we're all kind of creepers, right? And then as that prospect goes through their normal cadence online of those lifestyle sites, we would track them, serve that banner display ad programmatically, right, one-on-one specifically to them. And then the other great thing about this, as I was mentioning, is once we drive traffic back to your landing page, back to your website, we can retarget them. This is a more cost-effective way of reaching them after they've obviously visited your landing page. We're all very familiar with this type of targeting because we've been doing it for years, and you've been targeted for years too. But the retargeting is a lower cost per thousand. It's a very effective way to nurture your prospect through the sales funnel. And one of the other great things about this type of targeting, and this is one of the holy grail moments that we have with our clients when we jump on a call with them and share this type of report, since we have a National Provider Identifier number, that NPI number, we know how they're interacting with the campaign. So think about it from your perspective. If you can show up to ASCO beforehand, knowing which prospects are showing the most engagement, like that's that's the holy grail, right? You want to know which physicians are showing interest, which ones are clicking on ads, which ones have already been driven back to your landing page. So if you have that data, like let's say 30 days ahead of ASCO, you can start having your sales team follow up with these prospects, knowing that, hey, they've interacted with the brand, they've seen the message, they've clicked on the ad, they've been driven to a website or a landing page that has your solution in action, hopefully. And then that's actionable data that the marketing team can leverage with the sales team. So now you're turning those marketing qualified leads into actually sales qualified leads. So the marketers are the heroes, right? And so that data can be leveraged for that. Marketing could obviously leverage that data as well. And as you can see up here on the screen, we've got a lot of data that we can come back with our clients and showcase. Some clients want it every week. Some clients want it every single month. It just kind of depends. We can showcase the NPI number, obviously, the first name and last name of that physician, address, title, and if there is some sort of hospital-like affiliation. So this is a specific report that we can showcase. We've got a dashboard for it, or some clients just want a spreadsheet. They leverage that spreadsheet, put it into their CRM, and then have the sales team make actionable outreach based on that data, based on which HCPs are showing the most interest. So that's where the rubber really hits the road in this type of campaign. You nurture them, you know which ones are the most interested, you retarget them, and then you can obviously see on the back end of the data to see which HCPs are most engaged and then leverage that. So these are all the pre-conference digital marketing tactics that we're collaborating with and really helping drive those types of results to reach that niche audience, obviously, for healthcare providers. The other thing that we collaborate with clients on is specifically around creative. The unique thing about digital display ads online that are programmatic, you've got a short window to make an impact, right? So just think of your normal media consumption. You go onto these websites, you're checking news, you're checking sports, you're checking the weather, right? And then these ads are popping up. It's almost like a billboard. So think of it as a moving target. You want to grab their attention. You want to stand out. Here are some examples up on the screen of what we've worked with clients on. So there's not a lot of messaging you can put on there. The other great thing about this type of targeting to really enhance the brand experience is we do a lot of video pre-roll advertising across this programmatic style NPI targeting as well. But creative is super important, and we want to touch base with that on any campaigns that we work with clients on. There's a variety of different ad sizes that we leverage because, again, you're thinking about multiple screens, cross-device, mobile laptop, computer, mobile phone, obviously, tablet. Those are all a variety of different sizes. We help right size those ads with our clients, and we do a lot of it's motion graphics. So clients will send us a static ad. We put some motion behind it. We do an HTML5 code to it, and it's a way to really make that advertisement pop online so you stand out. I hope this has been helpful. So as you show up before game day and start pre-planning a lot of these things for ASCO, this is one way that you can prime your audience of medical oncologists before you show up in Chicago. I hope this has been helpful.